Okay, so I'm darkening up the blue camouflage, and you can see, look, already it's beginning to give a feel of the depth. I'm beginning to get quite optimistic. This will have a feel. This will have a feel of the roundness. So let's go over to the really easy bits now. Here we go. This will have a feel for the roundness. This is the obviously straight phthalo blue, straight out the tube. But I think the way things are going, we will, obviously when it will really begin to work is when I do the detailing. I mean, at the moment we're still getting the actual colour of the body right. It's quite nice when I get a whole segment, and I think that will do the trick. So let's do this. Yeah, you see, when they're sharp, it's quite fun letting the camouflage make the shape a bit. Yeah. You see, look, that's going to look a bit like an angry animal. I think this is the whole idea of the camouflage. I have this planet on Dune, and that's where all this camouflage effect comes from. So I suppose you could say this is a spaceship which has jumped space from the Dune environment. You know, you can play these games with yourself, because I'm still working on all the Dune stuff. And obviously, one development is what happens when ships and things went out of the galaxy that Dune is set in to other places. So this could be an Atreides trading ship, which is now departing to go home, having had a successful tour of whatever galaxy this is in. Quite like the idea. The more it could, you know, I invent things in my head. So yeah, this is an Atreides trading ship in a completely different universe, and so it's like a lost ship going home. It's had this huge tour that maybe went on for decades. So even the original crew are long dead. And to find its way back, it's relying on a computer which was programmed before it left, because the surviving crew, or the sons of the sons, have no idea where they're going. That's the sort of thing that goes on in my head and motivates me at this time of night, because as you can see, I've got no radio. Apparently, artists like to have goodness knows who came out with this fact. I think it was on Radio 4. Artists like to have music playing while they're working. I would find that extraordinarily intrusive. I would hate having music. I think I just like wandering in my own head. There's plenty to think of. It does help if I switch off a bit, that's for sure. Now you see, look, with this hardening up, that shape is just beginning to do something. And sometimes, you know, you have accidents which really make the thing work. Yeah, look, I mean, that's quite an angry sort of camouflage. I rather like that. I've just got to get the highlight right. Yeah, it's fun to see it on the back of the camera. Yeah. Yes. I would love to paint a car in real life in a colour scheme like this. Because I put the paint on so thickly, it takes very well. That's at least one nice thing about acrylic paint. If you put it on quite thickly, it's quite meaty. There. Now let's do that. Now, then all I've got to do is sharpen up that yellow, and then there's going to be a very, very fiddly bit to do.
What's that?
I've got to put those white lines in down here. And of course you can't use the highlighter pen, you've got to do it with a paintbrush. You've got to find a paintbrush with a good point on it.
Maybe we should go paintbrush shopping tomorrow, Dad.
Yeah, I have got them. I got them in store, you know, stored. I mean, obviously Framecraft keep all the... I'm due to meet Jeff up there.
So you've got some sharp brushes here then?
Oh yeah, I'm going to get them out in a minute. I really hoard them because, you see, I do this stupid thing of not washing my brushes properly, so they lead a charmed life. But no, I hoard my... You'll see in a minute. I'll get them out. I'll just do this yellow. Once the yellow's run out, I'll get the paintbrush there. That's beginning to stand out now. I'm getting more happy. So laborious though. There. the yellow mixer's more or less in its last stages. And then, just look at that, a whole evening just to paint this in. But once you've got a design established, then it's so reusable.
You set yourself a challenge with the camouflage, didn't you?
I did, but why not? It's, you know, at my age, and we don't know how much longer I'll be painting like this, it's rather nice to push out the, almost certainly keeps Alzheimer's away at bay.
Yeah, the problem-solving aspect.
But you see, look, I've still got a steady hand, which I think is quite nice.